Now, if you've been wanting to pivot in your career or pivot in your life, move to a new city, become just a better and newer version of yourself, and you've tried everything, you've read the books, you've bought the courses, you've listened to the podcasts, you've done everything that needs to be done that they say to do, and you feel like you still haven't gotten the change, then this video is for you. Today, we are talking about how you can transform your life in a year. It is possible beyond a shadow of a doubt. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am LEAH MARVILLE. I'm a multifaceted wellness, strategy, and transformation coach. And today we're talking about the nitty-gritty that goes into actually creating the transformation in your life to the point that the results look different. How do you get the results of your life to look different in 12 months from what they are right now? The information that I'm about to give you, I've applied in my life for over 15 years. I have moved multiple times to multiple countries. I've lived in 5 countries across 3 regions. I've also practiced across a myriad of careers. I am a lawyer and I'm also a fashion model. I've been former Miss Barbados and I've held multiple careers across many different fields. I understand the process of unraveling an old life and putting together a new one. And so the information that I'm giving you are things that I've applied to my own life. But beyond that, I've applied them to the lives of my clients. First of all, I am the biggest champion that anything that you want in your life, you can achieve. So if you meet me, I'm gonna convince you of that. There's no excuse that you can give me that will stop me from convincing you that you can have the life that you want. A lot of reasons why people don't see the results of their transformation is because either there's an issue with their execution or there's an issue with their strategy. I'm going to give you 7 things to consider to put in place that can actually change the outlook of your life and the results in your life. So the first thing is you've got to take responsibility for where your life is at now. What does that mean? You've got to take responsibility for everything in your life as it is, even the things that are not in your control. Here's why. You are your entire life's nucleus. Everything starts and finishes with you. When you accept responsibility for the things that even you didn't feel like you played a part in, you give yourself the power to change it. You can now peel back the layers of everything in your life and understand where the stagnation is coming from. And you can get to the root of the things that are not working. If you choose to continue to blame outwardly, then it prevents you from actually looking at the thing with very clear and sobering eyes. It prevents you from seeing what are the things that come along with this event that now live inside my personality and prevent me from actually achieving the things that I want to do. Because we want to see where our blind spots are and start to clear things away. With that, you will now have the awareness to overcome and beat any obstacles that stand in your way. Number 2, you have to understand, who do you want to be? You know, like there's a vision in your mind, there's a version of you that you dream of, and she looks good. She has her life together, she's doing the thing. Who is she? What does she do? What do you think her traits are? What do you think her habits are? What would a woman in that position, in the position of who you dream yourself to be, your future self, what does she do, right? And when we come to understand what she does, then we can get clear on the direction. It's important to be clear on the direction that you're going. And if you cannot be clear, if you absolutely cannot be clear on the direction that you're going because you feel like you've not yet understood that, you have to be convicted that you are ready to leave the position that you're in. You need that conviction to drive you forward. You need that conviction to uproot you from the current life that you have and push you into the direction of creating new habits and showing up for yourself in a very different way, because the version of you that's your future self, she's doing things a little differently, if not a lot, from what you're doing right now. We have to be very clear on the path we need to take in order to meet her. Without establishing a vision for your life and getting clear on a vision for your life, you won't be able to tell if the path that you're on is actually yours. So get clear on who you want to be and where you want to go. Number 3 is create a plan. create a plan and make a breakdown so you get to see all your thoughts that have been floating around in your mind on paper in front of you, fully fleshed out. That creates clarity. It downloads everything from your brain and puts it in a succinct place, in a succinct way for you to now digest it and put action steps to it. Now, plans are very, very critical. It's important that you do this because it's the roadmap to where you're getting to. It puts words, names, and labels to all the components of the plan. Having a plan creates a steady foundation. You don't want to do anything without a good foundation or with a shaky foundation, because it means you will not be able to weather the storms. So that when things show up, like obstacles or things that are unplanned show up in your life, and you get derailed, because sometimes that will happen, like life. We know that. But you want to make sure that once those things are passed, that there's something that you can get back to, or there's a roadmap that can remind you where you are and how to plug right back in. So without a plan, essentially, you're feeling through the dark. And to be honest, that's really not a good use of your time. And if you want to transform your life in a year, then you want to use time very, very wisely. Number 4, I speak about this a lot, the importance of having and building good habits. Habits are literally the gas in your vehicle. Most people tend to take habits for granted because they're so small, they come very bite-sized, right? And they start happening in this very moment. And when people think about achieving a big vision, a lot of that vision is still very much out there conceptually in their mind, and there's separation between where they are now and where that vision is. But people don't understand that your vision starts now. Your vision starts today, and it starts with the habits that you put in place today that will make you become the person in that big vision. So people take this for granted a lot because they can't see how it accumulates. They can't see the tangible difference because it's not a big thing happening all at once. And really, transformation doesn't happen like that. Transformation happens every moment of every day. Building a habit is like building a brick in your foundation. You have a good habit, every day you get up and you daily do these things, then you are laying your foundation brick by brick by brick. And eventually you will see yourself gradually becoming that person. And that is so very empowering. Thought process for most people is that somehow if they think on it enough, if they read the books, if they listen to the podcast, that things will fall into place. Things don't really fall into place. You have to work them into place. To kickstart transformation using habits, start with simple things. That can start with something like a morning routine, or simply reading a page of a book a day, depending on what your goal is, or taking 10 minutes of a walk that you were promising yourself to do. Implement that daily. Do it in small increments. That way it's manageable. When you start to build habits, there's a shift that starts to happen in you that is actually really profound. I like to call it magical, but it's not magic. It's you. It's you actually growing and expanding, becoming more confident and more reliable in the person that you're becoming, because habits allow you to show up for yourself, and they give you the proof that you are doing the thing. They're the evidence for the things that you say that you want. And so this is my encouragement to you. Start building daily habits. Number 5 is be radical and jump out of your comfort zone. So I know that we talk about our comfort zone a lot. If you want something new, you've got to do something different. All of that is true. But I like to jumpstart that, like getting out of your comfort zone, by being radical. So if there is something that you know you would not normally do, do it. If it's a place you know you would not normally go, go there. If it's someone you don't normally have time meeting up with, meet up with them. And the reason I say that is because even if you don't keep these particular practices, what you've done is that you've jump-started yourself out of your comfort zone by just doing things differently. Be radical because it allows you to do new things instead of doing the same thing. It allows you to break routine. It allows you to jump out of the mundane and just do something differently. And that newness will create more life around the thing that you're trying to do. Now, number 6 is very, 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 very critical. Have I said that everything is critical? Maybe because everything is critical. You cannot transform your life in a year without these things. You will not have prolonged or sustained success without this particular thing. So number 6 is build systems. Habits and systems go hand in hand. So a system is like a process. It allows you to be efficient, it allows you to be dedicated, and it allows you to be consistent. There are little things that you put in place that allows your life to move smoothly and takes the load off of trying to get everything done. It takes away the overwhelm and it allows you to have a clear operational understanding of your own life. And systems can look like things like, let's take finances for example. You want to be better at your finances. So a system could be something that allows you to automate your most important payments. System could look like budgeting at the end of the week. If you know you have a very busy schedule and you can't get everything done at home, then you might want to have a helper come in and tidy up your place for you, or you may want to have someone cook for you or do a food ordering system, or you want to meal prep that allows you to have food for the week. These are different little examples of systems that just allow your life to run smoothly and with predictability and expectation, reliability, clarity. Did you hear all those words? Now you see why they are important. So look at your life and see where you can get support. You can get support for your life through apps, you can get support for your life through delegating to people, and you can get support from your life through a planner. A planner helps you to look at your life very clearly, map out your week, see where goes what, and allow you to have some kind of reliability and efficiency to your process. And there are tabs for it, there's accountability for it. So your planner can be a part of your system. So number 7 is be fierce about change. And what does being fierce about change means? It means that you are committed to it. It means that if the rain falls, the sun shines, there's snow, there's hail, whatever it is, that you are coming back to your commitment to the transformation. It means that you might have to apply different angles, might have to apply different tactics in order to ensure that the transformation happens. So let's say you want to wake up earlier on mornings and you set your alarm to 6 o'clock and you just can't seem to get it done. You just can't seem to wake up. You want to put different tactics in place for yourself. So setting the alarm might seem like, okay, I've done the thing that allows me to commit to the change, but then the change isn't happening and you might feel, oh, I give up. I tried, it's not happening. That's not the approach. Being fierce about change means that you're committed to the transformation. So if the 6 a.m. alarm does not work for you, then you need to set a nighttime sleep alarm. You need to be in bed by this time so that you give your body enough rest to be able to rise better. Or you would like to ask someone to assist you. So if you know that you won't hear your alarm, you have somebody call you in the morning so that you wake up on time. Or you sleep with your windows open so that you can see when the light comes in and that naturally wakes you up. These are little things that you want to do to help yourself. And if you do this, guys, with a timeline in place, you do all 7 of these things with a timeline in place and you stick to it, transformation will occur beyond a shadow of a doubt. In 12 months, your year will look different. Tried, tested, and proven. Save these 7 tips, send them to your friends, to your family, or anybody you feel that might need it. And let me know in the comments. Let me know how you feel about it. If there are any tactics that you've tried that have helped your own transformation. If you have any questions, any queries, let me know. And that's it for now. I'll see you on the next video. Love, light, and possibility. So 4 books that are incredible for your transformation journey. Here goes. Claim Your Power by Mastin Kipp. This is a very detailed book on how to claim your purpose. It talks about your limiting beliefs, why your old thoughts are pretty much dead, as in they're no longer serving you, and it literally walks you into how do you build a new life, right? How do you let go of the old things? How do you actually glow up? What do you do? What processes, what thoughts, what things do you put in place? How do you take responsibility for your life? And how do you meet your heart? And it's more of a workbook style. So that's the only thing that I would say. It's a 40-day journey to dissolve the hidden trauma that kept you stuck and finally thrive in your life's unique purpose. If you're a workbook person, you might want to check it out. This book is honestly one of my faves. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself: How to Lose Your Mind and Create a New One, and it's by Joe Dispenza. It tells you how your mind works, and when you understand how your mind works, then you can get very clear on how to help yourself. How do you actually break out of the comfort zone of your mind? This book tells you that. This book is a little textbookish, so for some people that don't necessarily like to read in that way, this may seem a little challenging for you, but the information is there. It's a really, really powerful book. Best-selling book. You guys know about it. You know it. Atomic Habits by James Clear did a really good job getting the concept of habits broken down and really understood. The Be to Become Yearly Wellness Planner. Now, this is great for your systems. This is great for tracking your habits, keeping yourself accountable. It's great for clarity. It invites you to write all your thoughts on paper. It invites you to do a vision board inside of the book. So you get to actually keep your vision board in one place. It helps you understand your purpose. It takes you through an assessment to really get to understanding where you at and who do you want to be and what do you need to leave behind. And the weekly planner allows you to lay your thoughts out. It keeps you accountable to all your habits. It has a daily habit tracker, it has affirmations to keep you pumped up, it has Bible quotes, it has time slots to keep you on track with your time, because time is very important in achieving the transformation that you want to achieve in the 12-month period. So this is a great tool for your journey. So with these 4 things in place and your fierce mindset and your fierce commitment to transformation, honey, you're unstoppable. Let's be great together.